What's up, Weekend Warriors? I promised a special guest. I got him waiting in the green room right now, about to call him in. We don't sleep around here. The commish just puts out content. I'm like a mini Dave Portnoy. That's what I do. I'm a man for the people. So here he is. Without further ado, my brother Jake. Jake, say hi to the pod. How you doing,
Excited to be
buddy?
back on here. First time this year. I was on last year a couple times, but
All right, so we're excited to have you on. Everybody says I asked some dull questions last time to Kev. So actually, I say everybody. It was pretty much Pearson. So I think Pearson was just pissed because he was playing Kev. But anyway, gonna get some rapid fire questions off the cuff. Let's start with
shoot 'em.
first and foremost, status quo on I Am the Walrus. How is the team's morale right now? How are you looking, dude?
I mean, sitting at 5-2, feeling pretty good right now. I mean, last week's loss to Otley, that was a little tough, but we're gonna bounce back. Playing Zach this week is gonna be a good matchup. Feeling pretty good about my team right now.
Okay, what's up with Michael Thomas, man?
So, a little birdie just came over and told me that Michael Thomas is actually going to play this week. He was practicing today in limited fashion, but it's looking good for his status on Sunday, so should be good to go. I mean, he screwed me the last 6 or 7 weeks, but I think he's going to make his long-awaited return now, so.
Well, he's been, a warrior in the past. All of a sudden, he's now like the injury bug guy. Punched a guy in practice, but a lot of first-round picks haven't been good. To name a few, Saquon Barkley, Elliott has not been great. CMC on the shelf. So a lot of picks. So I guess Thomas just kind of falls suit in there. At least you might be getting him back. So.
Yeah, I mean, he's basically this year's Antonio Brown. So my first-round picks always screw me, so. Yeah.
All right.
No.
Well, I'm going to give you another rapid fire. Current standings in the league, top 5, Pearson, Kev, Jake, Terry, Ott. After that is obviously Chris. Then you have 3 teams at 2 and 5. I'm in there, and then Brett and dead last. In fact, I buried Brett on the pod earlier. In any event, give me, records aside, right now, Jake's power rankings. Top four teams in the league.
So, like, who's going to make the playoffs, basically?
Essentially. And you can start 4-1 or you can start 1-4, whatever you prefer.
I'll go 1-4. So, when all his guys are healthy, I think Kev has the best team, like, without a doubt. So, I'm going to put him at number 1. He's got CMC coming back next week, so he's got to be number 1. Then, despite his record, I'm going to put Terry at number 2. I think he's got a really, really good team. Then I'll probably put Pearson 3 and me 4. But what's it called? Chris T has a really good team too, but he's like 3 and 4 right now, I think. But he could make a run.
Yeah, Chris is pretty pumped up after Herbert is kind of a savior for him right now after losing Dak. I mean, Chris was very distraught, and now he's surging back. So he's a sleeper, I would agree. So that kind of leaves Ott, I guess, on the outside looking in.
Yeah, I mean, Otley's got a good team too. He beat me last week, but I think the other guys I mentioned have really good
All right.
team.
All right, so we said, guys that have been injured that can have a good second half. Doesn't necessarily need to be an injured guy. Doesn't necessarily need to be somebody on your team. Is there a guy you see that maybe started off slow or otherwise that you think is now going to be like a league-winning player?
I think it's really obvious. It's Michael Thomas for my team, dude. I mean, he's finally coming back. If he can be the first-round talent that he is, I think my team's gonna make a run.
Okay. All right. I think that's a chalky pick, but I think it's a good pick, and I think that could be the guy. What about Chase Edmonds? Everybody wants to hear about Chase Edmonds.
Dude, I mean, I think you might have spent a little bit too much on him. He's only going to be the guy for a couple of weeks. I mean, they paid Drake that much money, and I feel like Drake has a lot of potential. Like, the quality of the touches that they give Drake are just not that good.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we will see. We will see. I was desperate. I feel like I need to get him back on my team. All right, you mentioned your matchup against Zach. His team scored like 60 points, 80 points. He plays me, he scores 150. Godwin breaks his finger. A.J. Brown banged up again. Aaron Jones still questionable. You got to
I
like
heard
your
he's going to
matchup.
play this week, though. So,
Who's
A.J.
he?
Brown.
A.J. Brown's going to play, you're saying?
Yeah, from what I heard, yeah.
What about Aaron Jones?
Aaron Jones is not looking too good from the updates I've been getting. But,
Okay.
you never know, so.
All right. Well, Zach, you might want to listen here. You're going to be without Aaron Jones, according to Jake. So, okay. Who wins your matchup and why?
I'm going to take myself in this matchup. I mean, this Thursday night game is going to be huge. I got Julio and Gurley, and that's going to be big for me. Also, I mean, Zach's going to be missing two of his best players, I mean, from what it looks like. So that's also going to be big.
And he has 2 wins.
Yeah, I mean, but despite his record, I think Zach has a good team. I mean, he just scored like 165 last week. So, I mean.
Reigning champ. Can't take that away from him just yet. So, all right. Give us. I'm gonna go off script here for a second. Jake usually has some controversial picks for game lines. Tonight, Carolina -1 home, slight favorite with Atlanta coming to town. Who do you like?
I like Atlanta in this game, dude. I think they're gonna come back, get a win here after that mistake last week. I think they're gonna get a win. Julio's gonna have a big game.
My number one.
I think have 100 and a touch.
My number one, and I'm just missing a call from Anthony because he probably wants to talk about our team tonight. But anyway, my number one rule in betting right now is do not bet on the Falcons. So you're going against that.
Yeah, I mean, the Falcons, they have a good team. It's just that they're just snake bitten.
They find ways to lose every week.
Yeah.
Somehow.
I don't know how they're that bad. I mean, their defense is awful, but I mean, their offense is very, very good.
Right.
They're snake bitten.
All right, well, I'm going out on a limb. I'm saying Carolina's defense is better than what people think. They took care of Atlanta last week. Earlier when they played this season. I think they're going to take care of them again this week. But go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, last question for you before I let you go. A little bit of a different note. Instead of saying something to the league, give them an inspirational quote. Something to chew on.
All right. Give me a second to think here. I mean, this doesn't necessarily apply to me, but I mean, like, I'm 5-2. But it's not about how you start; it's how you finish. This goes to Zach, Chris T, all those guys with negative records right now. I mean, you can all make a run.
I'm in that bucket too. Fancy, you're talking to me because I'm in that bucket too.
And you, yeah.
So, all right. Well,
that chase might be big for you. You never know.
We'll see. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to practice what I preach. I'm going to keep fighting to the end. We'll see what happens. And I wish you luck this week. I wish the rest of the league luck. And what's your Halloween costume?
This year, I'm going as Woody from Toy Story. Thought it'd be pretty cool. So.
All right. Well,
look pretty good with the cowboy hat and everything. So
you can send out a picture to the league once you get all dialed up.
All right, sounds good. I'll send it whenever I dress up.
All right. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, dude. Good luck.
All right, man.